Welcome back to Ghetto Garage, you filthy animals. This week we are starting on bodywork on them dirty old doors, and I'm excited to do it. Last week I ended on the question if we should do wood grain or not, and I seen an awesome thing somebody has done. They don't have chrome on the car, and they broke it off with a thin, like chrome vinyl strip on the wood grain. I'll show a picture here in a second, and you guys will understand it. Let's throw the picture up there now. Now that you've seen the picture, you understand what I'm saying. The chrome goes all the way around the chrome or silver vinyl goes all around the wood grain. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the car completely done, all the panels lined up where I want them, and then we'll send it out and get the vinyl done on it. That way I don't have to hunt down chrome. I don't have to buy a stud gun, a special tip to weld the studs on, find the clips, find all the trim. That's just talking a lot of money. It'll be cheaper to have the damn thing wrapped. Take it from these guys. I got to get these things set up on the fence. My house is set up just like the intro of King of the Hill. The garage is right here. The fence is right here. And they're standing right there. That's where I'm going to put them, on my fence line. Right how the show shows them. These things are protected with some clear coat and some like polyurethane coatings. We'll have to take them down and redo them every year just so the sun don't destroy them. They're awesome, you guys. And I paid a whopping $45 a piece. That's $180 I paid to have these things made. Proper height. They're about 6 foot taller than me. At least Hank is. I think he's like 6'1" in the show. So they're pretty awesome, and they made them in 2 weeks. It's freaking sweet. And they brought them to me. $180. It may sound like a lot. It may sound like a waste of money to you guys, but come on. You can't say they're not cool. Let's get to work. Ready to get this body work done, get some primer on these doors, and get to work. And get some of the stuff back on the wagon, man. Oh, it's been a while. The best way to find your dents, you guys, is get you a block, preferably a big long one, flat one. There's cobwebs in here. I can tell I've been in here a while. Should still have some 80 grit. I know I have some 80 grit in here. Just gotta find it. There's some 40. I don't want to do no 40 grit. Where's my 80? I know I got 80 grit. Come on now. Oh, I know where it's at. It's where I last used it at. On my cart. Ta-da! I don't have much 80 grit left, so we gotta use it preservatively. Get you some 80 grit. Definitely gonna have to get some more. That's okay. Put on your block, and essentially, we know there's gonna be some low spots here because they'll be welded. We're gonna have some funky spots there. It's definitely gonna have to have some filler. But when you have a block, just pick a spot, doesn't matter where, and just start sanding. And eventually, you're gonna start seeing your highs and your lows. And you guys can also run your hands through here. This door is it's pretty well straight. There's a couple of dents down here. Ooh, there's a lot of dents. We'll start down here. Put your respirator on. You can't breathe this shit in, man. It's bad for you. You guys can see right off the bat, as much as you think these panels are straight, they're more than likely not. We have a big crease right here, big dent. Dent there, dent there, dent there, dent there, low spot, low spot, low spot. They're all low spots. We got a little bit of a high spot right there coming through because of this low spot. It being so close to the edge. Man, blocking gets you out of breath, especially when you're fat. Just keep blocking it, and whenever we get to where we think we're good with it, we'll come in here, hit these spots that are low, get them down to bare metal, and smear some filler in them. All right, we got all this thing blocked down. I ended up doing some 40 grit because I wanted to get the clear coat that was on here off because it's peeling real bad. You can see it right here. This car's been pretty badly repaired in the past. We got a lot of dents on the top side. You can see one there, there, there. Boom, 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 there. All the spots you see in the door, pretty much dents. Any spot that looks weird, there's a dent there. There's a dent there, there's a dent there. See them? It's pretty easy, you guys. You just block the thing flat, you rub on it, you'll feel the dents. Now that we know where the dents are at, I'm gonna grab my flap wheel and dig all these spots out to bare metal. Then we'll blow it off, mix up some filler, spread her on here, and block her down again. Essentially, that is all bodywork is. Now, it gets complicated when you're building shapes or you get a bad car that you got to build like a body line back inside of. Flat panels, you guys, they're a breeze. I probably jinxed myself, but I'm telling you what, flat panels are the easiest to repair. When you get into curves and all that good stuff, it gets challenging. Now that we know where all the dents are, we can dig them out. Well, my flap disc ran out, which I brought my DA home so I get more of this bare metal gone, or more of this E-coat out of the way. I ended up doing this whole side because this whole side has multiple dents in multiple areas. You're better off to do the whole thing than trying to fix a dent here, dent there, dent there, dent there, dent there, and then you got a bunch of waviness going on. So as much as we have right here, we're going to smear this whole area, do one good pass on it from body line to body line, and just block this whole spot. Realistically, I need to strip this whole front door and smear this whole thing and block the whole thing as one piece. May end up still doing that. I don't know yet. Need to get this more ground down. So we still have another. Not really fill that. I don't think I just blocked it good enough. This one for sure you fill. And we got a couple up here, not very many. Nothing towards the back, nothing towards the front. Just right here in the middle and the whole bottom. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a pass here, a pass down here, and a pass up there. I think I'm gonna wait on this because I need to grind this area more. Man, I don't know. I really want to get some body filler done tonight. I may let that thing charge up a little bit. I only got one good battery in the garage. They're freaking expensive, you guys. If you're feeling generous, send me a battery. Preferably Milwaukee 5.0. Well, went ahead and blocked everything down with some 40 grit. Got everything smoothed up. Got all the bad peeling spots off. I think we'll be good to smear over everything. You technically are supposed to go over bare metal. But in this case, I'm doing it. It's my car. It's going to be all right, you guys. It's not no big deal. The stuff ain't going to be 10 inches thick. It's going to be a little thick. Actually, just sand a little bit right here. I still feel a little bit of that peeling clear coat that's right there. You definitely do not want to smear over that because that will end up causing it to flake off again. Wow, I actually forgot I even had this can of body filler. I just bought another can. I got this full can of body filler and that full can of body filler up there. I reckon with 2 gallons of body filler, we should be able to make a panel, right? When that stuff sits a while, you gotta shake it up. The way you only really shake it up is to do this. If you don't do it, if it sits a long time, it'll come out like water. Kind of come out like water. It's kind of a lot, but it's kind of cold outside, so just get to mixing. That right there is what they call a panel in a can. Now this thing, it may not be, there may be a couple more small spots, and that will be done. If it's small enough, we'll do it with some glazing putty and some thin passes. This stuff's pretty thin too, you guys. You've seen how much I mixed up, and I did the entire door with it. This stuff's gonna be pretty thin when we block it down. Looks awesome. You guys ready for the block party? No? Guess it's not the block party you guys want to attend to, huh? Went ahead and already blocked this. We're gonna run the air sander on the door and buzz all this down real quick and see what we got going on. I have been blocking, well, I ain't been blocking. I've been air chiseling, whatever you call it, damn thing. Air sander, air file, that's what it is. I've been air filing this door for a hot minute now. Got her filed down pretty darn smooth. You see all your low spots still. Usually your first pass, you guys, you're gonna see this unless you're really good at body work, really good at metal finishing. Still got a dent there, still got a dent here. Got a dent here, a dent there, and a dent there. Down here, may smear it again, may do a bigger smear because there's something going on there. You see the low spots. We got something going on there. Got a dent there. Overall, air file lays it out, man. We got 2 spots there. So mix up some more filler, smear this thing, hopefully the last time with body filler, and then maybe we'll have to glaze it, or we can just prime the dog crap out of it later on. I'm debating on smearing the whole door again. I probably will. This spot right here is still pretty low. Yeah, we might as well just smear one more good time. I got plenty of filler. That's enough. Plenty. Holy crap, we mixed up way too much. Just like that, with another pass going, it's time to go in before I don't want to sit here and smell all this stuff. Let it dry overnight, we'll come out here and sand it tomorrow. Sand it with an air file, that is. I ain't sanding that by hand, you're nuts. Went and picked up my own air file today from Hobo Freight. Went over to the paint store, got me a Hook It attachment for my Hook It sandpaper. Essentially, we're gonna do the same thing, you guys, until this door starts feeling straight and the dents and low spots are gone. We're gonna keep running this air file over this door as many times as it takes until it's straight. I'm thinking after this, we'll probably have to do just a minor spots, I'm assuming, and we'll be good to go. Crank up the air compressor and get back at it. Check it out. Ran the air file over it again, hit it with some 220. You are going to have to address this spot over here. Can't really feel it no more, actually. Hold on. Man, never mind. There was a dent there that kind of, I guess I blocked it on out of there. There's a little door ding there. I'm not too sure about this spot up here. There's a little bit of a lump going on right here. Like I almost need to sand it some more, but there's a high spot there in the middle, there. I don't want to get too carried away. Maybe just need to block this spot out just a little bit. I don't know. Feels pretty good, man. It feels good until you get to the edge. You feel those edges pretty bad. But primer, I'm telling you, primer does a lot, you guys. If you got the general shape and it's feeling all right, primer's gonna help you out. I honestly, I don't know. I may just put something there real quick. Top of the door is feeling pretty good. There's a little bit of a ripple there in the metal. It's kind of high. Like I said, not going to worry about that too much. Need to sand a little bit more there. I can feel that transition there of the layers. Overall feels pretty good. Still got to get all this buildup off. And then go ahead and strip the decal there and sand a little bit better up there. You can see where the line in there. Got to get that out of there. Need to make a decision if I'm going to wipe it again with some glazing putty or if we're just going to prime the dog crap out of this door. All right, I think I have made the decision that we're not going to smear this thing again. I am going to smear this little ding right there when we smear the other door because I'm sure it has dents on it as well. We'll get out here tomorrow night, pull that door off, and start the bodywork process on it. Although this door, we have the vinyl that we're going to have to get off, and that ain't going to be no fun. I remember whenever I used to say I'm not going to do bodywork in this garage, I'm not going to paint in here. Boy, was I sadly mistaken. The reason I say that is because dust gets on everything, man. Not even working up here, and everything has dust on it up here. There's dust everywhere. The further you go back in the garage where I have been working, boy, is it a mess. I can't wait to get all this body work done and blow this garage out and paint this sucker. What? Let me guess. You want to see me straighten another door? I guess so. They gotta get done, don't they? First things first, you gotta get this door off. Well, maybe shoot it the other way. There we go. We gotta get this vinyl off of here. With it being really cold outside and this stuff being 40 years old, oh boy. Gotta get her hot. Paint's coming off. Go figure. I've been peeling this for 7 minutes, you guys. Wish me luck. Tripod, dude. After about 20 minutes, I got all of it off. Now you can see all the residue that's still on here that we gotta get off, the sticky residue. You might be asking how I'm gonna do that. Well, glad you asked. I'm hoping in my cabinet over here I got some adhesive remover. If not, this task will have to wait till tomorrow. I'm not messing with this until that adhesive is off of this door, because it is going to suck. So I see some. Please be a decent amount. Oh yeah, there's a decent amount in there. Adhesive remover. See that? That should get this residue off. Can't use this stuff on plastics too much. The way we gotta get it off this door, dump it on the door and you gotta let it sit for a minute. Get a razor blade and start scratching away at it, and it comes right off. Well, I kind of gave up on getting all the adhesive off. There's still a bunch on there. I think I'm gonna try to sand it off now. At this point, you can see the big difference of what the sun does. Bakes the car, man. How dark it is on top and how light it was on the bottom. There's a couple dents in this door. You can see this one right here if you bounced off the light. See if I can catch it for you guys. See it? There's another one back in here somewhere I seen. Right there. A couple of them. So I'm gonna actually need to cut these off real quick. So we'll do that and then we'll block this door down. Alright, we got this thing completely sanded down. Get some of this dust off of it so we can check out the dents. All that good stuff. Let's get a couple of these dents sanded out. So we got bare metal action. For the most part. Ain't gotta be perfect. This door's actually got a lot more dents on it than I was actually seeing. There's dings all over this door. I don't think I'm gonna smear the whole thing again. If we do smear this whole thing again, I like to get the door down to some bare metal down here. It's starting to pit. So I'm trying to stay away from this down here until we can get some epoxy primer on the bottom of it. Try to not put filler over the top of this. Put some epoxy primer over it, and if we have to put some filler over the epoxy primer, we'll do that down at the bottom. Now there is a couple dings on the bottom. Ain't too worried about the bottom too much, because when you're looking at the car, the door's gonna be curved in at the bottom, so you're not really gonna be looking at it too much. I believe we're just gonna go ahead and smear a good pass on this door, and then we'll epoxy prime over these doors, seal it up, and then if we have to come back over it after that, then we'll do that, and then we'll put some filler primer over the epoxy primer. Epoxy primer is more expensive than filler primer. Ask me how I know. This garage needs to be cleaned up, so we may be taking a break here shortly and getting my garbage picked up. Man, I got a mess just everywhere you look out here. This stuff is nice and cured now overnight. Nice and hard, that's what you want. And just make it impossible to sand, you know. Let's do some sanding magic and get this thing blocked out. Nice, that's how you do it right there. Door is ready for some epoxy primer. We are gonna have to work the bottom a little bit, but I like to get some epoxy primer on it first because we have some corrodedness down at the bottom. We've got a little bit of pitting right here, you can see it. I like to get some epoxy primer on that, and we are probably gonna have to smear the bottom of this door for the most part. We got a little dinger there, and it got a little bit of a lump going on both ends. You can see the lumps on the bottom here, all the low spots. That's just years of probably being door dinged and the inside corroding away. Same down here, just need to tap this spot in. Come over here, just, I don't know, may end up just tapping this a little bit. Nothing crazy, because you don't want to, this edge ain't really going to go much further in. So you don't want to beat this down and make a big dent. Just barely tap it down. We should be right where we need to be, and there's a little dinger right there. Primer may fill that up there. Ain't too worried about it. Primer will show the flaws, and then we'll fix it with glaze and putty or body filler after that. I gotta see if I even have any epoxy primer. I'm pretty sure I do. Just need to make sure so I know what I need to buy. This stuff is not cheap, you guys. Keep all the goods down here. Well, some of the goods anyways. Some black epoxy primer. Got about half a quart left. That should put a coat or 2 on those doors. We got the shop line hardener, that's reducer there, and the hardener's back there. Nice. So we have enough to at least do what I need to do. I don't know about if I have any filler primer. Filler primer may be the issue. I'm not sure if I have any of that, and I can't even get over there. The forbidden side of the garage, my kid's bike, we go ride on that thing all the time. A little behind the scene stuff over there. Nothing crazy. There's a lot of the F100 parts and my King of the Hill stuff. Oh man, but this garage, you guys, it did not used to look like this. Remember when I first got this garage, I had my green Mustang sitting here. And the other side didn't have anything in it at all. We used to hang out in here and drink beer and stuff like that. I don't drink anymore, you guys. Drinking beer ain't my thing. Never was my thing. Just did it to hang out with my buddies. The older you get, the more you realize you don't have to impress your buddies. They'll like you no matter what you do. Well, for the most part. From the looks of my supply closet, supply cabinet, all I have is some matte clear coat. I don't have any primer, I don't think. I got some brown paint left for the van. I do miss the brown van, I really do. But it had to go, never drove it. And I'm moving on to more fun looking projects, you should say, or I shall say, more detailed projects like the wagon, the blue truck, and the Mustang outside, or the Capri outside. I'm more interested in those than I was in the brown van. The brown van was sweet, don't get me wrong. It was just old, wore out, and slow. That's the main thing. It didn't, I ain't gonna knock the brown van too much. I built the thing, I think it looks sweet, but it had to go. We had to move on, you guys. Needed some money flowing to the house. You guys get it. If you got kids, if you got a life, times are rough. Times are rough right now for just about anybody in any family. So, I mean, you got an old junk car sitting around that's, you can make some money off of it, you know, if you know what I mean. These I can't really sell right now if I wanted to, because they're too far apart. And you're never going to get as much money as they would finished. Unless it was something like, freaking, if this was a 1970 Mach 1 Mustang, R-Code, 3-speed, you know, whatever you want to call it, shaker hood and all that stuff, the Cobra Jet motor. It ain't that, okay? It's not that. I need to pick all my garbage up and get these doors blown off and get the handles, the crap out of them, flip them over, tape them up for some primer. I don't think I'm gonna do anything to the top besides just sand it with some like 220 or 320. Probably do some 320 and just paint the top. And I may end up just go ahead and painting the top of these doors before I put them on the car, so the top is done. And when we go to paint the roof, we just paint the roof, and then we can do the bottom of the car, break it off right at the door seams. You'll see later on. I'm gonna get these doors, like I said, do all the stuff I just talked about on those, and then focus on cleaning this stuff up, because I am not in a cleaning mood tonight at all. Came up to the garage tonight, cleaned up the garage, went ahead and finished up sanding on the doors, got the door handles out, got the lock cylinder out. We're ready to tape the doors up and get some epoxy primer on it. I've already got the epoxy primer mixed up over there because it has to sit for the 30-minute induction period. If you guys remember using it in the past, I've talked about it a bunch. You gotta let that stuff have an induction period so it's mixed properly and has a good bond. I got all of my stuff off the ground that I've been using. I made a little makeshift table right here for the time being. The garage is still dusty back here. I got a little trash pile I need to sweep up. Overall, we're good to go. Gotta grab my tape out of the house, and we'll put some paper on this stuff and run the compressor, load the gun, and start blasting. Alrighty then. Lay out the tape, man. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Nice. Taping up stuff, you guys, it's pretty easy. This right here is called a back tape. Pretty obvious why, because you're putting the tape on the back side of the panel. So it's called the back taping. Some people argue with it and say it's not. They'll tell you putting a piece of tape on something like this and folding it over is back taping, which it is. It's all back taping. The whole point of taping up the panel is making it where there's no hard lines and make it to where you never could tell that it was ever painted. Correct way to do these doors would be to do all the body work and then all the paint work. So what I mean is prep this side, flip it over, prep the back side, prime the front side, and then paint the entire door off. That is what you're supposed to do, but we're not doing that here. Come over here, grab some paper. You guys get the idea. Nothing crazy. Back tape the doors, put some paper on them. That simple. Always grab bigger pieces of paper than smaller pieces. It's better to have one piece and fold it over than go back and get 12 pieces, if you get what I'm trying to say there. So let's mix up our paint. I wish we was painting these doors. Let's go get our primer in a cup and start spraying. This primer's actually supposed to have been sprayed 30 minutes ago, so I had an extra 30 minutes of induction time. Nice and thick. I did reduce it down so it sprays a little bit thinner. I'm not trying to use it as a filler primer because it's not what we're going for. Mainly the only reason I'm even doing this is because the back door is starting to corrode on the bottom, and it just protects it. It seals it up, and then we can see any more dents before we go put gallons of filler primer on it. Just kidding, you guys. We'll probably do like 3 coats of filler primer, unless it's got a lot of pinholes, then we'll double them up, you know. Prime it, block, prime it, block. Hopefully prime it and block can be done. That's the plan. Take one last swig of my drink. Let's get this party started. Load her up in the gun. Make sure your tip, like right now, see my tip right there? It's not coming to the edge. It's not coming all the way there. So, sometimes you gotta keep playing with these damn guns. We're not dirty on the tip. It seems like we may be dirty. Or we're not dirty on the needle. It seems like we may be dirty on the tip itself. Swap this tip out to a older dirty one. See how it sits. Okay. What's going on here? Maybe sometimes getting it wet because these things sit for a while help it. Give it a little lubrication. See what that does. So let's put some air in it and see if putting air in it does something. Oh yeah, she's staying up. You guys see that? She's doing the job. We're ready to go. stuff has had plenty of time to cure overnight. You can see all the spots that have shrunk down because of body filler. We don't have to put a guide coat on it when we block it because it's already black. You'll be able to see the spots. And we're not going for perfection right now. Like I said, we're going to figure out what we need to do on the bottom, mainly on this door. This door may just, at this point, it just needs a good scuffing and reprime with some filler primer. I think this door is fairly straight. I think I'm happy with it. I don't see anything that's sticking out to me as dent-wise. The door looks pretty darn straight. You seen the clips that I was doing walking down it when it was wet, and you can see the LED light shining. If you guys know a panel is pretty straight, is when you have a light shining off of it and you can see the lines. Now, if it's not straight, you'd be seeing that line, or the light and the roof shine on the door, and the light would be wavy. That's how you would know that's not very straight. This door, same thing. It's pretty straight. Oh, there's a little high spot up here we're gonna have to take care of. We're gonna tap that down and fill it up. Oh, there's a crack in this door I forgot about. It looks like to me the door has cracked right there. So I may need to weld that up. I forgot all about that. Weld it up and we'll have to prime that one spot. May have to put some filler in it. Nothing crazy. Let's get some, I'd say like 220. Block the bottom of this door. And I'm probably gonna go ahead and sand this spot back out. If you guys have ever used epoxy primer, you know the stuff does not sand very well at all. At least that's been my experience with it. Got about a couple of high spots up here. Get the high spot showing. Get your favorite Harbor Freight Special body hammer. These aren't the best, but you know they get the job done for what you need them for. We're just gonna tap these high spots back down. The door could be rolled in just a little bit. I think I'm gonna leave it there and I'll fill it up. And some Bondo.
What, fiberglass Bondo?
No, I gave all that shit to Tommy. What you
I don't have to, so I brought those headers back to Jan. Told them that they wouldn't fit. That my bolt broke off, and I said I didn't want to mess with it. And I asked him, like, were you trying to do some of them rims back there with those other rims? And he had for some old Oldsmobile. And he said, yeah, I'll do it. But some of the rims, the bead is kind of pitted very badly. And so I have to clean it up with that wire.
Yeah, we're about to do a pass on the bottom of this. Tap down a bunch of high spots just slowly. No, it's the last thing I ever want to smell. If he wasn't here, I never know where we're going. Shit stinks. Fucking seeds. This stuff's not good for you to smell every single day.
This one that was cake and Bondo.
Yep. Smeared the whole damn thing twice. It's 2 times the body filler. Air followed it down. It's straight. Straight as an arrow.
I finally got the bolt off.
Did you?
They're actually rebuilt. I just gotta. So the freaking shocks, the nut was just spinning on it, and it was stripped out, so I just cut it in half. The shocks, they were shot anyway. You press them down, and they didn't even come back up at all. Never works. But I have to buy new shocks. They're $22 a piece.
Fucking lucky, dude. It's cheap. Shocks for this are $40 a piece. Brother came over and just gave him some wire wheels. He's doing some old restoration on some wheels. Got it from a junkyard. They're rough. They need a little bit of love. Just like this door, we got it smeared on the bottom end, and we went ahead and tapped that side down over there, smeared it. Come out here, we're gonna feather this stuff out. If it needs a little bit more work, we'll do it. For the most part, they just need to be scuffed and reprimed. And I'm not gonna weld this up tonight. If I come out here tomorrow night, weld this up and then block that. See the little crack now that the paint's going off of it. I'm going in. Wasn't out here long. I gotta use the bathroom if you get what I'm saying. Man, it's gotten cold out here. I need a jacket and some pants on. It's freaking freezing. Let's get some 80 grit and block that filler down. We still got some high spots right here. We're gonna tap it back down and give us a little bit of a love tap. Nothing crazy. Tap, tap, tap it in.
Just tap it in. Just tap it in now. Hey, just tap it in.
Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, taparoo.
Much better. Smear these spots real quick. I'm gonna head in the house. It's freezing out here. Well, I thought I'd be able to get this thing blocked out here tonight. I ended up smearing it again and sanding it. It was all jacked up. So I flipped the door over. I did some low spots on the body line, and I put this hammer, I just beat it with the hammer. And then my high spots I knocked on the other side. I just hammered a dolly and made them flat. What I'm saying, I had the door flipped over, stuck the screwdriver right in here on the back side, and beat it this way because the door handle was caved in a little bit. I think we got it now. I'm gonna let this dry overnight because I tried sanding it a minute ago and it was not dry yet. It's cold out here and I'm trying to rush it, trying to get these doors in primer so I can get them back on the car this week so the video can come out. Today is Saturday. This video has to come out by Wednesday. So that gives you guys an idea. Well, I need to get going and I still gotta edit this video. Gotta get on the ball. We gotta get these doors primed and at least get them in primer. I'd love to get them on, but we'll just have to see. back of the table, we picked up 2 gallons. I wish it was 2 gallons. Got a gallon of primer, and the cheap stuff, you guys, this gallon is $200, man. So you got to make it last. 2K primer. It's a filler primer at that. It mixes 4 to 1 to 1. You can mix it 4 to 1, but it's just gonna be really thick. I like to mix it 4 to 1 to 1 because it's how I do it at the shop. Comes out smooth and it's still pretty thick. We're gonna get my spouter on here, I guess you call it. Makes it easier to pour into a cup. And this thing, you see that little gear on top? This is made to go into a mixing bank on a wall, and it'll shake it and spin that knob. And when it spins this, it mixes the primer on a mixing bank. We don't have it in this garage, so we're gonna make sure we keep this lid so when the primer sits for a long time, I can take this back off, put the lid on, and shake it by hand. I guess you could shake it like this too, but I guess as if you want to, you could do it. Let's get her mixed up. Let's teach you guys find 4 to 1 to 1. We'll see there's 4 to 1 to 1 there, or we could scroll over, and I think there's one more. Could be wrong. Yeah, there's one there. Probably just go off of this one. Yeah, we'll just go off of this one. We'll probably raise it up to the 5, and boom, the 5, and then boom, the 5. Or we could even probably go up to the 6, and then 6 and 6. We'll go up to the 6. We'll use all of this primer, I promise you. It's cold out here tonight, so we are gonna have to let it flash. Shop line just smells like that original first time ever spraying something product. You know, it's cheap stuff. You got to make sure you hear all 4 clicks. Last thing you want to do is spill a bunch of primer everywhere. See how easy this makes it, you guys? 6, boom. Get your hardener. Take it up to the 6. I don't have much reducer left. We're going to get some more reducer soon. I gotta go find me a paint stick. I don't use sticks too often. I use sticks a lot for picking up body filler. Don't mind the snacks out here. But we use these plastic ones at work now. And they're pretty sweet. About to throw you guys in time lapse because when that thing's running, you can't hear nothing. I just had it running actually, and I had to shut it off so I could talk to you all. Debating on recording this or not, but I figured I'd record it. Maybe it'll give me more views. I don't know. We'll see. Hoping the views start picking up, and you know, with the blue truck hopefully coming back on the channel here soon, we'll get some better views. And I finally got the Capri running perfect, you guys, today actually. It was way out of time, kept messing with it. That video's in the process too. Recorded a bunch of it today. You'll have to see that when it comes out. I'll tell you all for the loyal subscribers that want to know. I bought a new intake for it, so we're going to see that getting thrown on. Put the distributor back in it. Just finished a bunch of things up. Actually, I'll finish up the video on it tomorrow. The damn power steering pump locked up on me while I was trying to crank it. Probably should have put some fluid in it when we swapped the motor over. Didn't even think about it. That's neither here or there. It's not this video. Let's get back on the wagon. All this product. I plan on using all of this. Mark my words. What gun do I want to use? Load her up. Let's get at it. Time lapse, engage. Well, I ended up using all that primer. Didn't mix up anymore. There's a couple of pinholes. I'm not gonna talk too much here. It freaking stinks. Up in this area. We're gonna block it and see if they come out. If not, I'm gonna fill them up with some glazing putty or some Gumby. and not get too carried away with it. Just get them filled back up. Not prime it again if it looks good. Primer's expensive, and I don't want to keep buying it. I'll come out here for some fresh air, man. I'm gonna call tonight, you guys. Come out here tomorrow and block these doors and get them back on the car. I was actually falling asleep not even 30 minutes ago in the house. I decided, man, I ain't doing nothing. Let's get out here and sand that spot one more time. Get some primer on these doors and let them sit overnight, and then finish it up tomorrow. Then that gives me most of the afternoon tomorrow to edit this video. That's if I don't come out here tomorrow night. If I can get out here tomorrow morning or so and do all this, which ain't likely. I don't have much time, you guys, with kids and everything else. We're going to the pumpkin patch tomorrow. So it'll probably be tomorrow night when I get back out here. I work the night shift, like SpongeBob.
I'm chopping lettuce at night. Look at me, I'm swabbing the bathroom at night. Ow! I burned my hand at night.
Well, it gives me a couple days to edit anyways. We'll make the best of it, figure it out, get these doors on, and hopefully I can line that front door up fairly decent. I'm worried about it. I'm worried that I don't have the firewall perfect and that the door ain't gonna line up very good, but I have to do what I can. The firewall's not coming back out. Forgot my cold snacks. The grind never stops. The guy built these things and blocked them, hopefully the last time until we paint the car. See what it looks like. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be good enough for what the old turd is. Ain't gonna get too advanced with it, you know? If anybody's wondering what I'm using, this is just guide coat, dry guide coat. You can wet scuff this stuff or dry block it. I like dry blocking first before I wet block it. In case there's a dent or something, you don't have it soaking wet and have to dry it off and, you know, go down that route of having to dry it off and tape it back up. And if you dry block it, you find a dent, you can just blow it off, fix it, prime it again, carry on. So that's what this stuff does, is it's gonna show any imperfections, any chips, pinholes, dents, low spots, which is also, I guess, a dent. Any imperfections in your primer and the bodywork, anything, it's going to show it. Now, it's not going to show high spots. You're going to have to fill that out with your hand. Just because something blocks straight on a block doesn't always mean it's straight. You guys got to rub on the damn thing and feel around, feel on it. Okay? You got that? Get that in your noggin and remember it. Oh, a little heavy on this side. We're blocking these doors with 320 this go around, as we're getting closer to paint. Don't want a bunch of heavy scratches in it. 320 is awesome. A single stage, you can paint right over it. I'm gonna load up my block with some 320, get my respirator on, and we're gonna go to town. It's Monday. I want to get these doors sanded tonight. Hopefully back on the car tonight. I gotta get the fender in here yet, jam it, and get it back on the car. And this video has to be uploaded by Friday. I gotta get a move on. And then I gotta get started on next week's video, which is gonna be a Mustang for Capri video. I'm bouncing around, you guys. I gotta keep moving. Take a little break. Show you what guide coat does. I had a little bit of a sag in the primer. There's a little bit of a pinhole, another small sag right there. And that shows me that there's something there. You got to keep blocking right there, and eventually that all should go away. That pinhole, I don't know, we'll have to keep blocking to find out. All right, we got these doors sanded. Let's go over them. Overall, the bodywork feels pretty great. I do feel like there's kind of like it's almost high in the middle here, but it's very faint. I can feel it like right here, a lump right here. But after it's painted, you guys, I don't think that you're ever gonna see it, especially once it gets wrapped with vinyl. There is a couple of pinholes I'm gonna have to fill up. There's a little gouge right in there. Where's those pinholes? They're very minor pinholes. There's a chip down there, little circle. It may actually come out. See if we can find these. The crater right there. See it? Got to fill it up. I think there was one more. See if my eyeballs can find it. There's another one there right beside that one. I thought it was closer to the front of here. Maybe not. Maybe that is the only one. So overall, not bad. There's a high spot here, but the cool thing is you can't feel it. Sometimes you get lucky like that, like this over here. There's this high spot here on the door. You think you'd see that or feel it, but you don't feel it at all. It's smooth with the door. That's what building primer does. Fill a primer, baby. Now this high spot down here, I can feel that one. I'm wondering if this door is like kind of rolled in a little bit. Never paid attention to it when it was on the car. But with it being so low, I'm not worrying about that at all. This stuff down here, I'm not worried about it. Not one bit. It's gonna look good. There was a door ding here, primer filled it up. So what I'm trying to say here is, they're ready to go on the car. I have my wife come out here tonight. We're gonna throw these puppies on. Hopefully it goes pretty well. I'm sure it will. Get them on here. Get the fender in here for the front of the car. Got to get it jammed yet. Get it on the car so I can take my thumbnail and we'll have this video done. Even though my videos don't get good views, I'm still putting in the work and the dedication to get this wagon out of my life. Well, I want to drive it. I want it still in my life. I just want this, all of this mayhem out of my life. This wagon's been all on hands, freaking all on project for, had it 8 months now. Been non-stop for 8 months doing something to the wagon. And you can't even, like, you walk up to it like, okay, what'd you do? Nobody's gonna never know you put a firewall in this thing. Nobody's ever gonna know you put hours of body work in these things. That's what sucks. All of the hours, no one's ever gonna appreciate besides yourself. And in the end, this car will probably be in a junkyard somewhere, parted out or crushed. More than likely. All roads lead to the junkyard, you guys. So, I mean, it's all in them. I'm just going to leave it there. All roads lead to the junkyard. I'm going to shut up now. Hot damn, check that out, baby. Doors are on. We got a little bit of adjustment we still got to do. Had my wife come out here last night and help me put them on. Got them blocked. They are ready. They look great. They're going to look great when they're painted. The fender, on the other hand, it has a little bit more damage than I was expecting. I thought it was just one dent, but it looks like there's a couple of dents. Look at the fender. There's a little bit of funkiness going on there, like a run, which that ain't a big deal. There's a dent there, so that needs to be beat out. There's a huge low spot in here. I don't know if I can catch it on the camera or not. It's right here. There's a low spot right there as well. So we got to beat those out. Got to get the emblems off. Got to get this chrome off and this bottom off. There's holes all in it. I gotta flip this thing over, beat all the holes out so we can weld them up. It's just a lot of work. It's Tuesday now, and this video has to be uploaded by Friday. I don't know how much time I'm gonna have to get this thing done. I don't know, you guys. I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna end this video, you guys, and we'll continue on the bodywork next week on the fender. We may just do that as a separate video. Maybe do the fenders together. I don't know. Be nice to do the fenders together and one video, and then do, you know, the doors the next week. That's probably the plan anyways. Thanks for watching, you guys. It's been a chaotic week. I don't know how good the editing is going to be, how much editing I have. I don't have a lot to go through. Most of it's done, but still got a decent amount to go through. The doors are on it. I'm happy with it. Car is starting to slowly come together. Now I say that, the doors are still shells. They don't have the glass in them. They don't have the panels in them. No mirrors, no guts, no nothing. I think the front door is the only one that has a latch assembly in it. Other than that, she's slowly just nailing along that trail, you know. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.